What is up, everybody? You are watching Going On Daily. I am your host, Becky, and I am here with Rick the Shark. How are you doing today?
Oh boy, I am a little bit under the wind, but that's just because of the flight. We'll talk about that in a little bit. But I just
Oh,
want to tell you, from Friday till yesterday was a disaster again at the airlines. I can't
you
win.
have the worst luck on airplanes.
Every time I go, it's like a delay or a
Is it
cancellation.
you? Are you the problem?
No, I don't think I'm the problem. I need to solve the problems. What I need to do. Everybody was so upset. We'll talk about it later, and we'll talk about the airlines that saved me to get me back home. So
Okay, well, I'm really excited to hear. There we go. I was like, I can't see anything on my screen. It's because I
uh-oh.
had to scroll up. Okay, there we go. We're good. Crisis averted. Just so everyone knows, we are on YouTube, we are on Facebook, we are on Patreon, we are on, oh gosh, Twitch. Do you know what Twitch is? Because
Yeah,
I
Twitch is
sure don't.
like a gaming platform. It's like another YouTube, but it's a lot for gamers, but also for anybody.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I had no idea what that is. Maybe it's big in Canada, maybe it isn't. I don't know. Maybe I'm just out of the loop. But I can't see the names of all of the places here. So why don't you tell our audience how that they can find us on all our social medias?
They can find us on Patreon. They can find us on YouTube, Facebook, everything at RB Broadcasting. So RI Broadcasting. We didn't even cite this today. You know that. So we're prepared for this. But
Cool.
everything's down there at the bottom. Check it out there. Show the support. Definitely comment and tell us what you want to hear, because we will bring a topic up there. I'll be on the streets very, very
Mm.
soon before the end of summer.
Okay. You've
But
been talking about this. I'm excited.
I know I have to get out there. I just travel too much for other stuff, so we'll have to get out there. But yeah, on every platform, just check us
Mhm.
out. Rhode Island Broadcasting. Worth it.
Awesome. Well, you think if you travel a lot, it would be a great opportunity to go talk to people on the street that you've never met before.
Exactly. I don't think I want to do it in the airport, because everybody in the airport's like pissed off and they'll drop the F bomb. And it's
Crusty.
supposed to be a
Well, I
family
suppose
show.
if you're on their flight, knowing that something bad's going to happen because you're there, like their flight's
Exactly.
delayed or whatever,
So
they're
you
going to
ready
be
to talk about
crusty.
this airline experience? So okay,
Yeah.
so
What is going
I'm
on?
all pumped. I go to New York. I have a lot of friends in New York and stuff like that.
Okay.
So I go up there all the time. 3 trips in the last 6 weeks, and
That's nice and
everyone has
close,
had
right?
disasters. What's up?
It's a close flight, like an hour maybe.
55 minutes.
Okay. So very easy.
55 minutes. Okay, from Pittsburgh to LaGuardia. Boom, up, down, 55 minutes in and out.
Right.
So Friday. Okay, I'm wrapping up work here, going to Pittsburgh Airport, get my permani sandwich, which is our sandwich with the French fries, coleslaw. Had a couple
Mhm.
beers. I'm all pumped up, talking to a couple veterans beside me, getting ready to get on the plane. 4 o'clock. I'm thinking I'll be there by happy hour, hang out with my friends, on the river and everything in New York City. And yeah, we get delayed. 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours. 8 o'clock,
Oh,
we fly out.
no.
It's sunny in Pittsburgh. And they said, well, New York's got a little bit of a storm there, and there's not enough room to land. So here's what I found out doing all this research and everything like that, and asking everybody from the pilots to everything, because I want to learn what the hell's going on here. Too many
Right.
planes are in the air at times. That's what happens. They can't let you take off when there's too many planes in the air. Because if we would have got to LaGuardia,
Yeah.
there was like 30 planes landing.
Isn't
So
that pre-planned?
what's up?
Isn't that pre-planned?
Well, if there's a delay in a couple planes, and then we had Debbie.
Oh, right.
Good old Debbie was loving Florida. Now Debbie hit me in New York City, because everything from the south coming up north was delayed.
Mhm.
That puts a
Mhm.
whole total hurricane around everybody. So it's
Mhm.
pretty crazy. So yeah, so I get there at 11 o'clock at night. I'm like, seriously? Like,
Oh,
after we got on 8, we didn't even leave till like 9:30, 10:30. It was like it
what a
was
waste of a day.
waste of a day. So I get there, have a couple glasses of wine with my friends. I'm kind of beat. Rest of the weekend was pretty good. And then I'm thinking I'll fly out Monday morning. So Sunday night, I'm looking ready to check in. And this is American Airlines. So I'm not going the other airlines that I had a disaster trouble with. It canceled. Becky, they said, oh, you're flying out Tuesday. I'm supposed to fly out actually in another hour. Can you
Oh,
believe it?
no.
Back home. I'm like, okay, so you just canceled my flight and said you're going to be on 18 hours later. Like, what am I supposed to do? Like, people work and stuff.
Yeah, people literally have commitments.
Yeah.
That is
And
frustrating.
customer service, here's the best. And anybody out there, ring, 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 45 minutes, and it just clicks off. And you have to call back again. Like the customer service clicks off. And my friend, she tried it on her phone, same thing. I'm thinking, what the hell? Finally get somebody on there and she's like, oh, I apologize and all this stuff. And we can get you on a flight. So she said, the earliest we can get you on a flight is like, it was like 20 minutes before my other flight. There was 2 flights going to Pittsburgh today. I'm like, that's not going to help. I need a flight
No.
today. So yeah, so long story short, that was canceled. So I'm like, I need to get back to be on the show. I got stuff going on today.
Right.
I'm for work. So guess who I call? The Spirit in the Air. Spirit came through. It was a little pricey, but
Really?
so Spirit, you know, I had disaster trouble with Spirit before. I don't know if you know that or not. They canceled my flight and I had to like stay another day and a half in New York on Memorial Day weekend. Yeah.
Oh no.
I call them. They're the only flight going out. So I'm like, okay, here we go. So, and it's a little pricey for Spirit, you know. I'm like, geez, you're going to charge me $200 and charge me for water too, really? So I'm like, dude, I just want to get home. I'll deal with the other stuff. So I get to the airport. I cannot make this up, Beck. I'm getting there. Our flight's at like 3 o'clock, delayed till 4. I'm like, what? The blank, like we're delayed again. We didn't leave till 6:30, and I finally got back to Pittsburgh. Like,
oh my gosh.
so can you believe that? Like, and it was almost going to be canceled too. They're like, well, and there were so many people on our flight, like from other connecting flights. It was a disaster. The airport where Spirit is, I've lived there the last 6 months, pretty much 6 weeks, pretty much. Even the people at the restaurant knew me, like, hey, Shark, what's up? You want your pizza again? Like, they even know me now. Is this kind of scary? Like, they know me. I spend that much time in the airport.
It's
like,
your own little cheers.
pizza and beer, like, because I was like, you got 6 hours to wait every time because there's a delay. It's like, I cannot believe this. So I've talked to so many people and they said Delta was canceled this week. It's been just a disastrous summer that maybe we should have a subject on this and have some people come on because it's all summer has been a total cluster blank. And I just want to say the F word. See, Ron, I'm learning here, buddy.
Look at you.
Not cussing, not cussing. I don't want to pay on the cuss jar. But can you believe this, Becky? Like, this is something that's like all summer. So 3 flights to New York. And the flights probably was what? Back and forth. It's 2 hours. So that's 6 hours. And I probably spent about 44 hours in the airport. Seriously. Is that crazy? Like, you live in these airports now and it's like, and they don't even give you no warning. They just say they'll give you your money back in Dubai. That's it.
Like that. Oh, that frustrates me. I would be so angry.
I was, yeah, I'm kind of in a good mood right now because I got my coffee. Cheers to this. But besides that, it's like you sit there and then you're just, when you see the one delay, then you just get like antsy because it's like, you know, okay, there's going to be another one. You know, there's never a good outcome when they start delaying stuff twice, you know?
I've never had anything quite like this, although I have had it where you're sitting on the plane and then they're delayed because usually here it's because of ice, too much ice on the wings or whatever.
It's crazy shit. So I swear, is it following me? Like, seriously, every time I go to New York now, am I going to be delayed?
Sure.
And the sort of running joke is I have to come in Wednesday to go to happy hour on Friday. Because I'll be sitting at the airport. They know where I'm at. It's like, but I will say one thing, Spirit, damn it, you redeemed yourself. Why go? No, you redeemed yourself for one day. I'll give you a clap for yesterday. That's it. Because I've had too much experience. But they were the only one going out to Pittsburgh. Is that amazing? Like, we're like a pretty decent.
Like, where were the big airlines?
Yeah.
Well, I don't understand why was it canceled or almost canceled going back? Like, was there inclement weather in Pittsburgh?
No, they just said it canceled it. But there was a flight right after me at 11 o'clock that went out to Pittsburgh. So my flight at 9:25 on Monday was canceled. And when you asked the customer service after I got through, she's like, I can't explain. It's kind of weird. That's all she said, weird. I'm like, well, what? And then she said, well, there's one at 7, but it's full too. I'm like, so what am I supposed to do? Like, why did you cancel my flight?
Yeah, too bad.
Why did you put me on another flight like a day and a half later and didn't even ask me, like, didn't give me options? It's like, and you know what they sent the email was like, we're so sorry for this. We put you on the next available flight. Sorry for the inconvenience. That's it in a generic email. Like, American, really? They're getting a call from me today, so I should actually just film this, you know, because there might be some little bombs going off because
Rick is going full Karen mode on these.
I want my money back. No, I'm just joking. But so all I can say is if you're going to fly, from my experience, be patient. and take your time because you're probably not going to get to your destination on time. That's just
Yeah.
how it is. And it's crazy.
I met a girl last week when I was away, and she's from Hawaii, and she is a flight attendant for Delta. So she would probably be a good person to talk to about what the heck is going on this summer.
And we're supposed to get like, I mean, somebody's supposed to fix this. I mean, I didn't know this. Okay, so time out before we even go to the next subject. So, and I was going to try to get this on film, and for some reason I couldn't get it. It happened so quick. I look out my window back. We're like 15 minutes in the air yesterday. I see another plane. Another plane. Like, I mean, seriously, you can see it probably about like 100 yards away. Like, this ain't normal.
You
So,
can see like the other faces in the windows.
no. This is freaky. The plane goes, plane's going this way. It went like
Right.
this. So it went like this, coming close to us, over top of us, sideways.
Done. I'd be done.
And I asked somebody, I'm like, did you just see that? And that person behind me was like, yeah, they were from another country. Like, oh my God, like it was like ready to like, I'm like screaming, like, what's going on here? Did you guys know that we almost got hit by another plane? And this is insane. So I asked somebody and they said that the only time the pilots fly the plane is when they go up and down. That's all remote control basically activated in the sky. So basically we got too close to another plane. So what they did, I guess the remote sensor just took it, but it took it sideways back. Like it was coming sideways at us, not flying this way. Like what the hell just happened? I'm thinking, oh, this will be a great way to end my life. So I can't even make this stuff up. Like this is the experience I'm getting in flying. I'm like, am I ready to take the Greyhound bus next time?
Oh.
No.
How long's the drive if you were to go by car?
7.5 hours. No way.
Okay. I mean, that's not great, but it's doable.
No, I'd rather just go fly.
Uh,
I bitch about it, but I'll drink my beer and my pizza. But it's just, I just want to get there the same day. Give me a 2-hour delay. I'll be okay with that. Like school, 2-hour delay is good.
Yeah. We flew out hold on, when now? 2 weeks ago I flew out, and I was telling you or one of you guys on that I was going on a new airline. It's called Porter Airlines. It's out of, I think, Toronto. But they had such a good snack choices. They had like tamari almonds or shortbread cookies or pretzels. No, not pretzels, something better than pretzels. I can't remember. They had 4 different choices, and all your drinks were free, and your beer and your wine was free.
Oh, come on.
Which I have never seen before.
No. And then you go to Spirit, they charge you $5 for a bottle of water. It's like,
well, we have airlines like that as well. Flair and Swoop used to exist. It doesn't now. But even on WestJet and Air Canada and things like that, you still have to pay for that. So I was shocked that not only were drinks free, but like beer and wine were free.
that is incredible. Another Spirit story, and we're done with Spirit. I can't bash them anymore today, but it's kind of funny. This girl comes up to me. She's like, yeah, I flew out Friday to New York from Pittsburgh. And this elder woman was choking. And he said, can you just some water? And the woman asked, does she have a credit card first? I can't make this up. So you're choking, but you have to pay for your water before we give it to you. I can't make this up. Like this should be on TikTok. Like, so just let you know, bring bottled water on if you're going to Spirit, because if you're choking, you better ask your friend next door to give you some water. You have your card with you.
Oh my gosh. Well, I told you that joke I saw online one time. It's like I was flying Spirit and someone was having a heart attack. And they yelled, is there a doctor on the flight? And they're like, this is Spirit Airlines. Of course, there's no doctor on the flight. Because the doctor can afford to fly elsewhere.
So, and then the pilot was sitting there waiting because we were waiting. And I swear everybody thought he had a White Claw drinking. It was kind of funny. So people were taking pictures. I'm like, watch them like take that, whatever he had, like the Celsius drink, and put a White Claw in there and put it on TikTok. You know how they can, pull that out off like that. It was kind of funny. He's like, yeah, I thought it was a White Claw too. I'm thinking, what the hell?
Poor guy loses his job because of it.
Yeah, I know. So airline experience, all I can say is get ready for it. It's like going to amusement park. Look out. It's crazy. But I'm back home. Yeah. A little bit more money in the pocket I didn't want to spend on the airlines, but what do you do? And then I'll fight today.
Right.
Back, see what happens.
Well, if anyone sees Rick on the airplane, do not fly. Take a new flight.
Yeah. If you see me, you're getting delayed. All I can tell you is sit with me. We'll get some pizza and beer together. And that's about it I can offer you.
Oh, amazing. I love your stories. All right. Well, now we are talking Canada. You know how I always try to throw something Canadian into it.
You do.
Admittedly, I haven't been watching the Olympics because I was so busy last week and I haven't had a chance, but my kid and my husband, they fill me in all the time. So here is Canada's medal count. And now keep in mind, we are 1/10 of the population of America. So it's to be expected that we don't have nearly as many
No,
medals.
you guys are a winner. Like the Winter Olympics, you crush it.
Yes, we love a good winter sport.
Yeah.
Not me, but most people. Okay, so our most medals are in swimming right now, and Ron saying Summer McIntosh is amazing. Yes, we have 3 gold medals, 2 silvers, and 3 bronze in swimming alone. That is awesome. We have a bronze medal in fencing. Didn't know that fencing was still in, but it is.
Oh yeah.
We have a bronze medal in diving. I absolutely love watching diving. I think it's so cool. And I guess it'll be interesting when our new girl starts.
Really? You like diving?
Yeah, it
I
like,
like to
can you
swim.
imagine being up top and
It's
then
kind of,
looking
the
down
first
100
couple
feet?
rounds are okay, but it's like I like swimming. When you got it's like
Right.
the
You
whole
like the
time you're
action.
screaming like.
I'm just thinking, like, I've been on high dives that are like 8 feet in the air, but like times that by 10, and that's how high you're diving off of. No, like you couldn't get me off it. I'm picturing that Mr. Bean episode where he's on like a high dive and he's so scared, and the kids have to like stomp on his fingers because he's hanging there. That would be me.
Okay, so time out. In high school, did you have a high dive? Because we used to have one. They took it out, but we had one like in the 90s.
Oh, no, like sports in Canadian schools is not like a huge thing. We don't have like swimming pools or like teams.
So we dared a guy to jump off. He actually got suspended for it. So, and then, I was part of the gig, I guess. So he jumped
Mhm.
in with his clothes on, with boots and everything
Oh, geez, that seems safe.
for $25.
Talking about, well, I mean, back in the day, that's a lot of money.
Yeah. So we didn't have cameras to film it or nothing like that. But yeah, he
No, of
got
course.
suspended for 3 days for that.
That's hilarious. Okay, back to my list here. Judo. We have a gold medal in judo. So
Ooh.
that's kind of cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Rugby, we have a silver medal. Trampoline, we have a bronze medal. I also love trampoline. I think it's like such a cool event to watch. Tennis, we have a bronze medal. Rowing, we have a gold medal. Boxing, we have a silver medal. And athletics, which is hammer throw, we have a gold medal.
Okay. The
So
box, was it the girls or the guys? You got the medal.
unclear this year, right?
Did you lose to the whoever we call them?
I'm trying to stay.
Testosterone people. We'll just call them testosterone people. That's all.
Well, that's a whole topic in itself.
Yeah.
I have opinions. I'm going to keep them to myself. But no, I don't actually know. I think it was men's boxing.
Oh, that's good. Good deal. I didn't know. Are you guys like a big boxing country
Mhm.
at all?
I don't think so.
Yeah,
We're
I
not
don't.
like a big country for anything other than hockey.
No, Canadian football, CFL, right? It's on right now. I think it starts, doesn't it?
It is, but our city, we changed the name recently, like a couple years ago, to make it more politically correct. And since then, like these guys are struggling. Like my husband said that they won 1 game last year of all of the games.
What's your team?
Now it's called the Elks. It
Yeah.
was called the Eskimos.
Oh, that's right. The Eskimos. Because I think the Argonauts are the good team, right?
That's Toronto.
Yeah.
That's because Americans only know of Toronto.
We know the
You know,
Blue Jays, the Raptors, or whatever they're
that's
called.
right.
Yeah.
Exactly. You only know that Toronto exists and no other city.
Oh, that's not fair. We need to
Calgary
get.
Stampede, Ron says. Yeah, Calgary Stampede is awesome. It just happened, actually. The Americans know something.
Look at Ron. He's like a world traveler here. Our
Yeah,
producer.
right. Why do you know the Calgary Stampede of all the things in Canada?
I think he
Weird.
just Googled it right now because he's behind the screen. He's got all kind of Google research.
Something Canadian, quick. Calgary
Come on.
Stampede. It just happened. It's
Come
in
on,
the news.
producer Ron, Captain Ron. Doug Flutie
Doug
played there.
Flutie played there.
He did. Flutie
Like
Flakes.
Flutie Flakes.
Yeah, good cereal. It's awful, by the way.
Oh, what is it like? Like
It
corn
was like a
flakes?
cornflake thing. Yeah, I have a box at home, not even open yet, because I collect baseball cards and stuff. So
Okay.
it's 1993 or whatever. Yeah, Flutie
Oh wow.
Flakes.
And that was the actual cereal. It wasn't just like a
No,
special that they came
it
up
had a
with.
picture of him on there with the generic helmet because you couldn't put the logo back then. And
Well, yeah. Interesting. That is a a bold marketing move.
I know.
Hey, we know what we're going to make you, not action cards, not little figurines, no, cereal.
Well, people liked him because he was only like 5'7" or 5'8". Like, he was a small guy to be a quarterback. Oh, yeah.
Interesting. I need to get caught up on my football history.
Okay, by the way, I got to ask you, your hat you have on today, is that Seattle Mariners?
Yes.
That's what I thought. Ken
Yes.
Griffey. Woo.
Oh, it's my brother's. My brother's son's middle name is Griffey. That's how much he loves Ken Griffey.
Well, Griffey was born in close to my hometown, in Denora,
Oh, was
PA.
he?
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, my brother was obsessed with him growing up. Everything was swingman, everything. He had pictures, logo, whatever.
The
My brother
kid.
was obsessed. Yeah. Yeah. And his son, Griffey.
Well, I hope your Elks turns it around. If anything, I'm a member of the Elks here in the United States. We have the Elks Club. I don't know. Do you have that kind of
Okay.
club? Like, it's a
Yeah.
social club. You pay
Yeah.
a membership. Yeah.
Yeah. We do. I don't know what they do there. Is it like the stone cutters or like the masons?
No, it's not like the Masons at all. But it's no, it's co-ed, and we do a lot for like
Oh.
Project Bundle Up with kids and stuff like that. But we also have a bar there, and you have to get like, it's a two-hour ceremony to get sworn in. I got sworn in this January, so I mean, you got to go up and hold the flag and
Wow.
put your hand in the air and all that stuff, and you're an elk for life, and
It's like the Flintstones water buffaloes.
Bingo. It's like that. We go rah rah rah. We are the ELKS. No, I'm joking. But no, it is pretty cool. We joke about it down here. It's like we call it the old man's club because there's like the
I was gonna
Polish
say, isn't it
club.
for seniors?
No,
Are you
anybody
a
can do it.
senior?
No, I'm not. I don't have my ARP card yet. I don't have it yet. I think Mike and Ron might have theirs though, but I don't have mine yet. It's a joke.
Aren't you guys
Love
all
you
around
guys
the
out
same
there
age?
if you're listening?
You guys are all very similar ages, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, hey, no. I
No,
think I'm
no.
the third
Are you the
youngest.
the youngest of the three?
Oh, I gotta be. Hell yeah. I'm just in the new bracket of 5.0s.
The new bracket, 5.0s.
I call it 5.0, like a Mustang, like Vanilla Ice
Yeah,
5.0. I'm
of course.
5.1.
Yeah, because 50 would be, Rick 51, Ron 58, Mike. I can't remember how old Mike said he was. Mike, where are you today?
Ron, that is not the right number. I'm 41. What are you doing, Ron?
Oh,
The producer's
41.
lying about my age. Take 10 off there,
Ladies,
buddy.
ladies, if you are listening, Rick is 41. He's not 51.
That's right, 41. And having fun with it. But yeah, we
I
don't
just
know what
can't
Mike is. I think Mike's like
52 or 54.
It's a lie. I never lie, Ron. It's all just a fib. Remember
Hell
that?
unproved.
Yeah, unproved facts. All righty, so go ahead with the Canadian medal count. Sorry to
No, that's it. I
commercial
mean, I
break
told
there.
you it's not going to be a very substantial list for Canadian. It's short and sweet. No, that's it for medals. But I mean, we're holding our own, and that's great. We never win things like the 100-meter or 200-meter. That's not our jam. Jamaica and America take that all day long, or St. Lucia, I guess.
Yeah,
this
St.
year
Lucia.
for the
Did you
women.
see that? That was awesome. Like the whole
My
country
kid
was
told
like,
me.
I just
I
love
love that.
that. Like the whole country was out like for the watch
Yes.
party and all that, and they were like going crazy. Like,
Well,
yeah.
I think it was their first medal ever in the Olympics.
That girl will like seriously, like the rest of her life. I mean, she does whatever she wants there. She could be the president or whatever.
Oh
Seriously.
yeah.
It's like
She's
she'll be
got
on
some
every
influence
billboard.
now.
Yeah, have a drink after her, like a rum drink or something. Hell yeah.
I love it. My kid was telling me about, I think it was Shelley-Ann Fraser, is she Jamaican? And keep in mind, my kid just turned 14, so her idea of the world is very askew. And she goes, Mom, there's this runner, and she's so good. Her name's Shelley-Ann Fraser. She's like, I don't like her, but she's super old and she's running. And I was like, really? Super old? Like, what is that? She's like, I don't know, like 35. I'm like, shut up, kid. Get out of here.
Just call me Papa Pump then. I'm Grandpa then.
You're right. I'm like, I'm 37. I'm like, I'm not old. She's like, yeah, but you're not an Olympian. I'm like,
oh, had to throw that little dig in there. You're like, wow.
touche.
Yeah.
Yeah, ruthless. All right. Anyway, yeah, that's it for our medal count. Canada doing the best that we can. That's what I will say.
you guys have like a parade afterwards when they come back or no? Like,
I don't know, maybe.
is there a big celebration for the medals or
Canada's
just?
not very like spirity except for hockey.
You know, it's something we got to do research on. Do they have to pay taxes on their medals like the U.S.? I
But
wonder
you
if
were
Canada.
telling me that. That's bizarre. America, man. Like you
Dude,
go on the Price is
we
Right, you have to pay taxes on half your treadmill and your pot set and your new
exactly.
snowmobile.
That's why the next topic is so important because it's like I'm going to tell you right now. You guys up north, thank God you're not in America right now because we are going through a transformation, and I'm
Okay,
feeling
tell
it
me
with my
about it.
job. So, you ready for this? So, stock market freaking out? Yes, it is, and yes, I do. I do trade. I love doing this stuff. I'm not going to tell you what insider stuff because then I don't be liable for that kind of stuff. But the unemployment rate, which is something I do big time, is 4.3%. It's the highest unemployment rate in a while. I mean, we're talking like
Mhm.
years, like 5 years. So it just keeps going up.
Shocker.
And this is true too, because me being in staffing and recruiting, I got to tell you, Beck, besides doing this show, is I probably have about 40 internal people that I know that called me in the last month looking for jobs, like a
Wow.
recruiter, technology. These are
Wow.
people that just 2 years. These are like people in their 40s and 50s, been with the company for 15 years, 18 years, making great money. They're like, Shark, I
Terrible.
got laid off. So this has hit me home. So these numbers are so true. 114,000 jobs is all we generated last month. In America, 114,000. It's like filling a football stadium. That's it. Penn State can hold 100. My alumni can hold 150, like 113. So basically, put everybody in my football stadium. That's all we put to work.
For
Like
300 million people population.
that's the new
That's
jobs.
not
Is that
right.
no?
That's
It's
not
a
right.
joke. It's like seriously. And they put the job report out a couple months ago, and it was. I'm gonna tell you straight up. It's our job reports are not legit because
Oh,
they
okay.
consider if you work one day, it's a job, and they consider contract work through the federal government. That's where it's at too.
Mm-hmm.
AI
AI
is
taking out jobs is what Ron said. Yeah, I
well,
I agree with you. You don't agree. I'm not an AI fan at all. I know you and Mike are. Um, I don't know. To me, it seems
it's
like why pay a human when you could pay a robot
it's not AI is
nothing?
going to enhance it. AI is not taking our jobs. I'm going to tell you straight up because I'm in AI all the time with staffing and recruiting. It's not. Here's what's happening. Our economy is so blanked up right now that companies are not investing in people. They can't afford it with
Right.
products, with food.
Mhm.
Restaurants are so expensive now. I mean, I just had an argument with Chipotle because that's one of my favorite places that people saying they're not getting a portion. It's expensive now. I'm like, you can still get Chipotle a bowl for under $12. A Big Mac now is like $9, seriously. Like
Oh
McDonald's,
my
like
God.
a Happy Meal McDonald's in New York City is 1975. A Happy Meal, $19. Hmm? You
Oh
go to
my
McDonald's,
God.
you're going to drop about $150 if you have a
Mhm.
family of four. I guarantee it. Yeah.
I was thinking $50 for a family of four was absurd for
No.
McDonald's, where it used to cost you 20 or 30.
Nope. So
Wendy's, yeah, you're
this is
right.
where it's
Wendy's is the
coming
best
back.
value.
Everybody's blaming AI. I'm going to tell you straight up, it's not the AI. It's the economy.
Mhm.
What's going on here because of everything that's been laid off. People's getting laid off, and we thrive on coal. We thrive on fracking. We thrive on oil. We're getting it from other countries, and it's killing us right now.
Right?
Farming. I'm going to tell you something about farming here, and I study this too with my friends. I have a lot of friends in farming. Other places will buy from Brazil and other places, ship it here, and it says processed in the United States and won't buy from their own farmers. I have farmers that said they won't buy my milk because they want to they can get it from another country cheaper. Is that crazy? Like
Ridiculous.
this big
And
pharma, it's
the
out of control.
the thing that people don't understand is like your body, your gut flora, the way that you process food is really dependent on, the local, like for example, honey. You should always eat honey that's local to your region because of the way that your body processes it. So if you're buying food from everywhere, it's like when you travel, everyone feels a little gross when they travel the first few days because
Yeah,
the food is so different. So you really should be eating food local to where you live because it's just better for you. So to be
it's
bringing stuff in from not only a different country, like a different continent,
okay.
that's
So here's
bizarre.
here's the whole thing is you watch the Olympics and your family watch the Olympics enough, you'll see. I watched with
Yeah.
all my friends this weekend, and every other commercial is a health commercial about Sky
Well,
Rizzi, about something for any
Ozempic.
medication, and then it says it can cause cancer, it can cause this, it can cause suicidal thoughts, all this. So big pharma is
Mhm.
controlling America still, and
Yeah, of
I'm going
course
to
it
be
is.
frank out there. So this is where it's all at the end of the day. They don't care about your health.
No.
They care about making money. and
Dollar,
that's
dollar
where we're at.
bill.
So
Yeah.
what happens is the bubble's hitting us for now, where we're, food, everything's here, but the wages are still here. Wages aren't going up. Either they're here or you're getting fired or let go,
Mhm.
and then you have no job. So you're living off unemployment for 6 months, and then good luck. It's
Your middle class in the States, I find, is such a smaller class than in Canada. In Canada, pretty much everyone is middle class, but in the States, you have such a huge class system of so poor and so rich. Like, obviously, you have a middle class, but I think it's depleting.
the middle class is struggling. So getting back to the Dow Jones turned down. It was down 1,000 points on Friday. NASDAQ dropped
Mhm.
3.5. This is the lowest it's been dropped in, like, here we go, 4 or 5 years again. Not a crash yet, but here's what's
Mhm.
happening. We're in the worst shape in America than we believed. And I did some research here. This is from USA Today. And some people said the economy staying strong because people spending, but they're swiping cards, Becky. Here's what happened. They're using credit to survive now.
Mhm.
And then, when the job report was good, people are working 2 jobs. So if you have 2 incomes, that goes as 2 jobs instead of 1.
Right.
So,
Right.
what is happening here is with the feds. So the feds cut our rates so you can get a house cheaper and stuff like that. They have not done it yet. And
Mhm.
they should have done it. I'm going to tell you straight up. Everybody, all experts, Charles Schwab and all of them said, JP Morgan said they should have done it this month. If they wait till next month, it might be too late. So right now,
Mhm.
people are pulling their money out of AI stocks are stagnant now because AI last year was big AI. As you
Mhm.
see, AI's and Apple and all that stuff, but it's just right here. It's at a platform. It's not going any different. Like we have
Mhm.
ChatGPT and all that stuff, but all this innovative stuff in AI, we jumped on it for the first year. People's not spending money on AI stuff. They're pulling their money out of Apple, Microsoft, Meta, Amazon. Big banks are pulling their money out now in the stock market. So
Wow.
guess where they're putting this money at? In a CD certificate. So just a CD for 5%. You get that. So now everybody's being just like level, and they're not investing in all this stuff. And it's sad because at the end of the day, we need tech. When tech doesn't
Mhm.
rise up and we don't spend money in tech, the stock market hits. We thrive on tech. Big business thrives on tech. Well,
Mhm.
AI is at that platform now. We don't know where else we can go with AI. We keep trying. We did so fast. How much voice AI can you do? Seriously, when it is bottoms out.
Mhm.
How much robots can you do? Robotic stuff. It's like we're trying everything, and guess
Right.
what? We can't keep up with people investing. So here we are. So my recommendation is put your money in CDs right now. CDs are going for like 5 to 6% in the States, so that's good. So a
Wow.
CD, I'm sure you know what CDs are, right?
No, I don't.
It's a certificate of deposit. So it's like a bank. You go to a CD, so you put
Like
5% in.
compact discs?
So if you put 5% in for like a year, so if you have like
Okay.
$10,000, you put
Writing this down.
5% in, you get a 5%, return in a year. If you pull
Oh,
it out,
wow.
you lose the money off the principal only. That's it. So if you put it in for like 2 years and you have $100,000, you'll make $5,000 guaranteed.
Wow. Okay.
It adds up. Even if you have money to invest in there and you don't have to pull it out. If you do pull it out, you don't lose the 100,000. You just lose the interest rate, the insured principal if you're going to
Right.
have that. But people are doing that for safe bets. So if you have like 200,000, 300,000 saved, people are like, why would I put in stock when I can make another 10 or 15,000 right now, just
Right.
keeping it steady, and I'm not going to lose my, I hate to say it, my ass on this stuff. And this is where we're at with the stock market now. So there's going to be a lot of things. And what happens is, with our stock market here, it affects the whole world. It affects you guys too.
Mhm.
US,
Mhm.
New York Stock Exchange. You got the one in China, and you got the ones in the UK and all that. But at the end of the day, ours rotates around. A lot of our activity affects where
Right.
it goes outside and stuff like that. So we are on charter times right now. I'm just going to say at the end of the day, I want to be positive about this, but they might slash the rates a half a point next month. That'll be like if the feds, that's what we call the feds. They come in every month and they review everything and they see if they can reduce stuff so the economy can grow. When we reduce stuff, half a point, that means everything's lower rates, people spend more money. But right now,
Mhm.
we're at this stagnant and they're not slashing the rates. So what's people going to do? We're just piled up more debt.
It's terrible.
It's scary. And then we get election too, which we don't talk about in politics, but we get
Mhm.
election year too, which is crazy. So you got all this on top. Companies are uncertain of which candidate they're going to choose. Is the candidate for me? Is it going to be for my industry? So we are on uncharted waters. I'm going to say like a shark right now. And it's scary. Like, it's like, I don't know about you, but every time I go out, I drop more money than I make sometimes. It's like, it's crazy. Like, it's
Yep.
like, it just goes out like water. Like I go to Sam's Club today, I
Oh,
dropped $300 and some
I
meat and
know.
egg. It's like, really?
I know you can't go to Costco without spending $500 every time. Like I just came for big pickles. Like that's all I came for.
Did you notice bags of chips are like $7 now? Like a bag of chips
Yeah.
and stuff. Like,
Just for
it's
like
like,
a regular bag of chips. I know.
where's the
I was up at
$2
the
bags at?
grocery store. I know, dollar store. I went to the grocery store yesterday and I try to buy organic where I can. And bag of 4 organic oranges was $7.
Oh, come
And I
on.
thought there's 4 oranges in here.
You could just buy yourself an orange tree if you had the climate.
Well, I don't know if you know about the weather here where
I
I
know.
live.
I'm just joking. My brother has a banana tree in his backyard in California,
Oh,
San Diego, and a lemon tree.
lucky you.
That's kind of cool. Yeah.
I've heard that we can grow lemons here. My kid has been talking about this for years. I think she
Oh,
learned it in school. But oranges, no. I'd need like a grow lights and I don't know, hydroponics or something. What I need is a greenhouse and I need somebody to tend to it is what I need.
it does. And then you know what? Your vegetables, we talked about this before, and fruits, they don't last as long either. Within 3
No, I
days,
don't.
because they're frozen and thawed out, frozen, thawed out. They last like 4 days and they're like rotten again.
That's why I try to buy organic because the integrity is there. And like when we were talking about, buying food that's local to you, buying fruits and vegetables that were picked ripe, sprayed with all kinds of crap, shipped here, now sitting on our shelf for X amount of days or weeks. This is why they go bad in 4 days. They literally have no time left. So that's why you should try to eat food that's in season from your local area, including like if you want fruit, buy frozen. If it's like organic and frozen and from our region, you should buy that. It's a lot better for you.
Exactly. And get the Fit spray. Did you ever use that for the vegetables and fruit? It's called
No,
Fit.
what's that?
It's a spray you spray on it to kill all the chemicals.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. Instead
Interesting.
of
I
just
just use
washing it
baking
off,
soda and
it's
water.
it's a shame because you know what kind of chemicals are on your apples. You eat that peeling, it's like it's got all kind of crap on it.
Oh, well, we should have a discussion one day about the appeal. Bill Gates / Katy Perry / Orlando Bloom appeal. We'll have a discussion one of these
Yeah, well,
days.
I'll tell you a little bit about them. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, with
I eat
the
real meat,
bread,
dude. I'm
apple
not
cider
eating meat as
vinegar.
processed. I want the cow that goes, that's what I want.
Yeah, exactly. I agree. I want him to have had a good life, wandering around, eating his grass, and then I want to eat it. I don't want a poor little guy that hasn't seen the light of day and is pumped full of chemicals. No, thank you. I've had cancer once. I don't need it again. Thank you.
Woo woo. There we go on that one.
Yeah,
Boom. You heard that, Bill Gates, straight from Becky. Bill Gates,
that's
listen
right,
up.
Bill Gates.
Billy Gates. We'll call him Billy Gates.
Thursday show, Ron is saying, okay, yes, we are going to be talking Bragg's apple cider vinegar and appeal. That is one of my topics.
Perfect. I love it.
Yes.
That might be for a whole hour. We could do a whole hour deep dive on that.
Sure, I could talk all day long about my conspiracies.
Let's do it.
So the next topic here, I can't remember. We had it written down. Ron, I need you to change the ticker here. It might be a conspiracy one here. Yes, Loretto Chapel. Okay. This one is cool. Do you know anything about this, Loretto Chapel?
No, I don't. Fill me in.
Okay, so it's in Santa Fe, New Mexico. And this is actually about the staircase in the Loretto Chapel. So it is also known as the stairway from heaven. And I'm just going to read, I wrote down a whole long thing about it, so I'm going to be looking down a lot. But so nearing the completion of this chapel in the late 1880s, the architect who was designing the building had died before he was able to design the staircase that went up to the choir loft. So from what I've read, it was quite a, it was straight up and not a lot of room to put anything in. So they brought in a bunch of different carpenters to finish the project. They say, yeah, you picked the right picture. Yes, you definitely did. There's that staircase right there. So they brought in a bunch of carpenters to finish the project, but they all deemed it too difficult because it was too small of a space and it was too, what's the word? Narrow? No, not narrow. Tight? Too tight. So they recommended that instead of building a staircase, they were going to just use a ladder. That was the recommendation from master builders all over the country. Just use a ladder. So the nuns, since this is a Catholic church, the nuns made what they called a novena. I think I'm saying that right. That's a prayer made for 9 days in a row to Saint Joseph, the patron saint of carpentry. Now, I'm not a Catholic, so I don't know what any of that means. Having a patron saint of carpentry seems very specific, but
Yeah.
you know,
Okay.
no judgment. On the ninth day of that prayer, a man, a random stranger, showed up by donkey and with a toolbox. And he said, "Oh, I'm here to help." And he said, "I can finish these stairs for you." And they said, "Okay." But he didn't give them a name. He was completely anonymous. And he said that there was one rule, and that was that he needed to be alone while he did this building of stairs. So, kind of an odd situation, but they were like, "Hey, if you can do it, go for it." So he finished the stairs and there's different reports. Some say days, some say months, but either way, it was a pretty short amount of time considering the amount of work that needed to be done. So he disappeared once it was done. He finished the stairs and he disappeared, and the nuns couldn't pay him. They couldn't ask him for his name. They even ran a newspaper ad trying to find out who this guy was so that they could, give him the credit where credit was due.
Yeah.
So these spiral stairs that are made, it doesn't seem like anything crazy, but it has two 360-degree turns, but there's no visible source of support. They also found that it was created solely of wooden pegs, no nails and no glue. And it was made out of a material completely unknown and not native to the area. Now, keep in mind, this is the 1880s, so it's not like they can just, go on Amazon and order some supplies and get them there. Like, man showed up with a donkey. So, like, where did he get all this wood? And the fact that they had no idea what this wood was, and it was definitely not native to where they were. So now, now that we're in the modern days and this thing has been standing for 150 years, they're trying to debunk it. So modern day builders say that it is supported by beams that were twisted into a helix, so that circular shape, and following the laws of physics. That's how this guy was able to do it, just physics alone. Historians believe that the carpenter was a Frenchman named Francois Jean, I can't, I'm going to butcher it, Rocas. And he and he belonged to the secret society of carpentry or carpenters. So again, like stonecutters, Freemasons,
Yeah.
so that there's a secret society of carpenters, I guess. Experts from the Washington Post say that the wood could have just been an extinct wood, and they figure it's probably from the spruce family. But I mean, there's questions like, why was this guy in New Mexico in the first place? Why didn't he give his name? Why did he need to be alone for it? Where did he get the wood from? How did he build everything without nails and glue? Oh, I don't know. It says he adheres to the laws of physics, but many builders describe it as a thing of wonder, and they still can't figure it out 150, 160 years later.
It's pretty badass, I got to tell you.
Wild, hey?
The spiral staircase. Have you ever walked down one? How many times have you fell on your cheeks on it? I mean, I fell so many times on one. Like you have a cocktail in your house. You're driving.
Yeah.
Like boom, straight down.
Yeah, I hate it. And this one has two. It's not just like one. It's like two very tight.
So this is called Stairway to Heaven?
Stairway from Heaven at the Loretto Chapel in Santa Fe, New Mexico. So if anyone's been there, we would love to hear it. I need to know more because, I mean, this blows my mind that it's even.
Was the song named after this? The Led Zeppelin song?
Stairway to Heaven. That one is going up to heaven. This one's coming down from heaven.
I think there's a different meaning behind the Led Zeppelin one in this.
Oh, I would assume so.
Oh, yeah. Mike and Ron would know about that song.
Yeah, right. Old stoners. Mikey's here. Masons. Yes, you're right. That's what I'm thinking. The secret society. If anytime you're joined a secret society of anything, it's probably Masons. It's like a sect of Masons.
Well, the Illuminati and all that stuff, I mean, if you Google Illuminati, you'll see all that stuff. Yeah. I mean, George Washington, they all were involved in that back in the day. That was like a big thing. I mean, look at the dollar bill. If you see, there's all kind of different signs on there. It's very,
the pyramid, the all-seeing eye.
Yeah, it's very
every celebrity has a photo shoot like this, like this, whatever. Yeah, it's
hard as
it's not a secret. Okay, we all know.
We all know that you're weird. weird. No, I'm just joking.
We all know you're controlled by something other than yourself. Yes.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's it for the Loretto Chapel. You have a story about
Oh boy.
morgue on a cruise ship.
Are you ready for this? Everybody goes on a
Yeah.
cruise. Come on, Carnival cruise. But does anybody think they're going to die on a cruise?
Well,
Seriously,
kind of.
think of this. I mean, like, and I this popped up today on Cheddar News, which I love Cheddar. They always have some
Yeah,
crazy
you do.
topics there, and it's like, give shout out to Cheddar there. They're on Pluto and all the other platforms. But I'm thinking this popped up. I'm thinking I've been on cruises before too, and it's like you never think like you're gonna die. But here's what happens: is a lot of cruises have elder people on there, right? I mean, seriously.
Mhm.
I mean, it's a floating city basically where you're out there for
Yeah.
9 days. Anything can happen, So, so there is a morgue on the cruise ships. It's on the bottom floor, basically. It's refrigerated stainless steel rooms, can hold 2 to 10 people that dies, as long as the ship's out there. So if somebody dies, they don't return you. You're there, you're on the cold slab. They have actually people they train on the cruise line to take care of the people, the family and all that stuff, for grieving and all that stuff, counseling. I didn't know this, but they have counseling.
Wow.
Like
I
people
mean,
train for this. You take somebody out there for their 50th birthday and then they died and you're like, okay, do you continue to drink and eat and then have them on the middle of the slab?
well,
What do
that's
you
just
do?
it. Like, you think you'd want to get off and go home and be like,
Yeah.
meanwhile, you're just, hey, remember this room that we're staying in? They were supposed to be here with me and now they're just dead down in the morgue. I don't know. That's twisted. Yeah. Do you go to the shows? I don't know.
So here's what happens. If a cruise ship comes into the States, say it's from another country, before it gets after international waters, it has to report to the Center for Disease Control that somebody passed
Yeah,
away.
that's fair.
So so they come in. So here's the greatest. Who's responsible for the cost of this? Here we go. Who's going to pay for this? So
Oh my gosh. No.
the cruise lines, when you fill something out, if you look at it next time, it says if you die or something they have no obligations at all. It's in there in fine print. They have no obligations at all. So it comes back that it's on the family and you're responsible for a fee while they're housing that person too. That's
like
not free. Refrigeration's not free at the bottom. So there's a surcharge for that.
Oh my gosh.
So does your travel insurance cover deaths on a cruise? You better check with that. Some do, some don't, but it's only a portion. Most of it comes out of your pocket. Like they're not going to, I don't know how much it is to freeze a body. It's just not like you put them in a freezer, right? You have to
it's probably not cheap.
No. So, your cruise ship, $2,000 turns into $20,000 because somebody died.
Oh my word. I never even thought of that. Like, yeah, of course people die. I was thinking the ship's going to go down. Then you don't have to store them. They're in the ocean, but yeah, I wouldn't think heart attack or
do
whatever.
you have your option? Can you say, well, I don't want to freeze that person. Let's push them overboard.
Jeez, here, just get me a sandbag. Get me a sandbag. I'll write a note and put it in a Ziploc and it'll say this wasn't murder. They died of natural causes. Please don't investigate this.
Well, that's the big thing is a lot of people that die on these cruise ships, they can try to sue for food or the drink or something like that. They're not obligated also. They cover themselves, so. And I was shocked about this, but they said there's probably about over 400 to 500 people a year that die on a cruise ship.
What?
Yeah.
Worldwide or America-wide?
Worldwide.
Okay, but still.
That's how many cruises go out? I don't know.
That's...
And they said a lot of them could be like a heart attack. People get nervous when they're on the water. You know what I mean? Like older people or whatever. And young people too. Mm-hmm. Or they forgot. Here's another one. A lot of people forget their medication before they come on a boat. What if you left your medication and you're supposed to?
No. Is there no pharmacy on a cruise ship? There should be.
I think for Advil and stuff, I don't think they have they have insulin shots. I don't know. I assume they have something, right?
They must.
Is there a mini hospital on there?
There would have to be. I've never been on a cruise, so I have no idea, but
we'll have to do research on it. But that's kind of amazing. Like you're floating along there and there could be somebody dead below you, It's just
oh, I don't like that.
But you never think of that. When I seen this, I'm thinking there's really morgues on the boat. I guess so,
Yeah, I guess there would have to be because what are your options? Let them rot for the week that you're
Well,
on there? Like,
they have to have it because these boats are so big now. Like I said, they call these floating cities now. They're basically a city.
mhm.
They can be like, yeah. So that's
Bizarre, man.
crazy, isn't it? Like it's like,
Yeah.
woo.
Cross cruise off my list, says Ron. Yes, I know. I mean, anyone can die anywhere, really. You could be in a restaurant and someone can die. You can be on an airplane, someone could die. So,
But you're out to sea. What if it was the first day and you're out for 14 days?
ooh, I don't know.
Like,
I would get
what
off.
would your family do during that whole time? Are they going to be like, how do you get off? You can't get off the boat. I mean, that would
And you
be,
could have like a weekend at Bernie's sort of thing.
oh yeah. Woo. Or does
You
people
just
just
bring
say,
your family member along with you.
or does everybody just get drunk and they will deal with
You
that when we
have
get back?
to. It'd be the only way to cope with it. It's the only way.
Yeah. So,
Uh,
so that's a little, so now we know that there is more. So anytime that you cruise now, look out.
now we
Do
know.
not book anything on the lower level because you might be with them. Make sure you're in the top level. It's like the
Yeah,
Titanic,
hilarious.
3 tiers, you know?
Yeah, right. The bottom tier is for the dead people. The middle
Yeah,
tier is for the middle class, and the upper tier is for the rich people.
that's right. I'm sure if you're real wealthy, they don't put you at the bottom when you die. You know, they probably put you in your own room and flowers around it and all that good stuff.
Yeah. Oh, bizarre. You come up with the
Oh.
weirdest topics, my friend.
Hey, thank us to Cheddar.
Yeah, right. I need to check out this cheddar still. Okay, so our last topic of the day, we talked about this a couple weeks ago when you and I were on a show. You were talking about sunscreen and how important it is, and I was like, no, sunscreen is trash. And so I said I would come back and give my
Yeah.
reasons why I don't care for sunscreen. And so, the big thing about sunscreen is that it is so rapidly absorbed by your skin, and on babies and kids is even more so because their skin is thinner. So they have done, different tests and stuff and found it to show up in breast milk and amniotic fluid and blood. And so, that tells me like it's being absorbed pretty fast. They also say that it can be absorbed into your bloodstream after just one use. So it's not like extended use, like one use, and it can stay in your bloodstream for a minimum of 3 weeks. So
Wow.
I'm thinking these are chemicals. It's not like you're putting coconut oil on your skin. Like these are chemicals. So I wrote down a big list of all the chemicals in it. I only wrote down some reactions to it just because it was late last night and I didn't feel like it. Plus, I knew we'd only have a few minutes left to do it. So oxybenzone is one of them. This is also found in plastics. It's a hormone disruptor, high allergenic. And like I said, they've detected it in breast milk, amniotic fluid, urine, blood. Another one is, what, sorry?
Oxybenzone. Isn't it for acne too? On the oxy pads?
Oxybenzone? I don't know. I didn't read about that. What do you say? Ron says it's the same effect as chemicals leaking into the underground water. That's right. Another one is called octocrylene. It's another allergenic. It is completely toxic to marine life. FDA says that you can't have more than 10% in your products because it affects estrogen levels and it's an endocrine disruptor. Another thing is called avobenzone, cytopentasiloxane, homosalate. I didn't write down what those were. Sodium benzoate is a preservative. You find it in processed foods. And as you increase the exposure to heat and light, the benzene levels go up. So it can convert very easily into benzene, which is a known carcinogen. Parabens is another one, which is another preservative. Again, linked to hormone disruption and breast cancer. And this one, hold on, how do I say this? Lindene.
Oh my God,
Camphor.
that can't be good for you. Hell, you can't even pronounce it. It can't be good for you.
Right, exactly. Again, another thing that's completely toxic to aqua life, and it is linked to developmental and reproductive toxicity. The page keeps going here. Excuse me. Octinoxate. Scientists are unsure if it's harmful to humans, but it's definitely harmful to marine ecosystems. So, I mean, if it's harmful to an animal, I feel like it's probably harmful to a human. That's just in their water stream. They're not putting it directly on their skin. Nanoparticles. And the last one I wrote down was octisalate, which is, again, FDA allows 5%. I love how the FDA is on all these being like, it's totally fine. You can put it on your skin.
FDA.
Yeah,
blank.
the FDA.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Dead on arrival,
So
right? Yeah.
yeah. So they allow only 5% in the formulation because it's a known skin irritant and it's also causing coral bleaching. So again, you're like it's wrecking plant life. Like I don't know, we want to put it on our skin. So what you should look for is the non-nano zinc oxide if you're going to use a sunscreen. Those are larger particles that lay on top of the skin and they're too large for your skin to absorb it. It works like a mirror, basically reflecting the sun's rays off of your skin. Most natural sunscreens, and I'm going to put natural in quotes, will contain zinc oxide, not the non-nano zinc oxide. So basically, like, don't fear the sun. The sunscreen is like a $16 billion industry. Did you know that? I think that's lifetime,
Mhm.
not per year, but $16 billion. But skin cancer rates are up 150% since the 70s. So tell me how. Tell me why.
You know what's crazy is then you put this stuff on your like the face cream. I put that on a 50 for your. That can't be healthy for your skin, your face.
Mm-mm. No, I use a product. It's tallow, so it's made from beef fat. Like all of my skincare is made from tallow, but this is a sunscreen version. It has things like avocado oil and coconut oil, and I can't remember what else is in there. Shea butter, maybe. Like all these things are natural sunscreens. But we were talking about this before, how they say when you change your diet, when you cut out preservatives, you cut out seed oils and things like that. It's supposed to make your skin not burn. It's the reaction to the things in your body that's causing a sunburn and not. And this is why when you look back in the day, like, well, I mean, number one, you're seeing like way thinner people, way healthier people, but apparently the sunburns were not nearly like what they used to be, or they aren't, they're now not like what it used to be because it was fairly non-existent back then. You could be out in the sun all day. They lathered themselves in baby oil and
Yeah, I
sat
die.
with
All
the
this shit. Come on.
metals. So yeah, just something to think about. I'm not saying don't use sunscreen. If you want to, by all means, but I think it's definitely important to research what you are putting on your skin because your skin is an organ and it is absorbing everything.
So, is there any certain brands to stay away from? I'm a Hawaiian Tropic guy. Beach Bum or Hawaiian Tropics or
Oh,
Coconut.
I'm sure all of the above.
I love the smell of Hawaiian Tropics. I mean, it's so
I
it's going on my
know. It's
skin,
like
and
coconut.
it's like
Yeah,
no wonder. What the hell?
I
You go to the
know.
beach, you put that on, it absorbs into your skin. Then you drink alcohol. Then you're dehydrated. No wonder you're all goofed up when you're at the beach.
Right?
And all these
Right.
chemicals going on in your body at one time. Holy shit!
But you're also grounding because sand and water, putting your feet in that wet sand is like some of the best grounding you can do. So it's all about balance.
There it is. There it is. You kill yourself
Yeah,
slowly, but smell good. Oh yeah, gotta love Hawaiian Tropics and the
that's
coconut
great.
smell. But it's crazy now. Now you think about it, in who reads this stuff? They just buy the picture of the brand. You know that. It's like,
Well, we've been told for decades now, like the sun is terrible for you. Stay inside. Don't let the sun touch you. But like the sun is very healing. We need the sun. You need
yeah.
vitamin D. You need to be out in nature. And so I don't know. I mean, I'm such a conspiracy theorist that it's like if you're going to tell me not to do something, I'm going to do it because I don't believe you.
Well, the thing is, though, the people that's telling us not to do it are humans, just like us. How do
Right.
you
Right.
know? And the science and the research, conspiracy, how do you
Right.
know? Don't tell me
Yeah.
not to do it, but you shouldn't do that, but I'm going to do it.
Yeah, and like the alternative is put all these cancer causing and hormone disrupting chemicals on your skin to protect yourself from nature.
Okay,
I
so
don't know, it seems bizarre to me.
don't let the sun go down on you. Don't let the sun go
Sorry.
down. Who sang it? Who sang it? Come on, Becky.
Don't let the sun, is it the Beatles?
No, don't let the sun. Nope. Guy from the UK. Oh,
I don't know, I can hear
oh,
the
come
song, but I
on,
can't
come
think.
on, hey, come on.
I don't know, I can't think of it. It's too early. It's 8 in the morning, man.
It was Elton John,
Oh, right, I did know
and
that.
he did it
Dang it.
with George Michael. They did it. Yeah, big hit.
I knew this. Well, anyways, that is our show for today. Thank you for watching us. We appreciate all the comments and the follows and the subscribes and the shares and whatever else that people are doing. Check us out on Thursday. It's you and I again.
Yes,
Okay.
and we're gonna have more of a high energy show. I promise. No more morgues. No more morbid stuff. We're gonna have a positive show for sure.
I can't guarantee for myself. It's 7
I
in the
can't
morning
get.
when I come
Hey,
on here.
everybody, have a safe day. Becky, have a great day. I'll see you on Thursday.
You also. Bye, everyone.